Hi. That's sleepy. It's 5:25 and 49 seconds a.m. Okay, so I just watched it back and I realized I meant 4:25. Okay, goodbye. And I did not wait until the last minute, except I did, and I had a lot of other stuff I had to do. So this one's gonna be super short, just because I want to prove to myself I can do it short, and because the sun's about to come up. Okay, so in the article online, or rather the prompt, this is my dog, and by dog I mean a pillow, but whatever. We had to find two poems of how to kickstart poetry again, like in schools. And one of the ways in the article, in my head, was to have a kind of like a humorous or theax aspect, if you will, because let's be honest, everyone is interested in one or the other, or both. There are some people like that. They're so weird. The one I selected for the humor kind of part, Mr. Dean Young. I feel like a lot of students probably use this one. The yawn, and it makes sense right now because it's 4:30 in the morning and I'm tired. I'll go sleepy. Oh, you're yawning now too, aren't you? Yes, you are. That's why it's so... Okay. If you yawn and someone next to you yawns, you turn to them and you laugh because it's funny. Okay. It kind of goes through like different kinds of yawns. Down at the bottom. It's 11:30 in the evening. Night, really. Sitting here 5 hours later and I'm still awake. And then like snakes yawning, but they're not really yawning, they're just eating something bigger than their head. So it's not serious, it's not depressing, which a handful of these were. It's easy to read because it's simple. I mean, there's words like mandibular. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna go look it up right now and go maybe not tell you. What is the mandibular bone? She doesn't like doing it on the first try. Sisakeladi.
I'm really sorry about this, but
What is the mandibular bone, Siri?
checking my sources.
Thank you.
Here's some information.
Oh, look. Okay. Mandibular bone. Oh, it's the jaw and vertebrae that is hinged to open the mouth. So that makes sense for snakes. It just, if you're like down in the dumps because it's tough and stuff, I'm not going to say this is going to be like, this makes up for every bad poem or depressing piece of work that I've read, but it'll make you realize that they're not all like that, and you have to find some here and there. The second sticky that I have, there was a little allusion to a lady that she's got a divorce. She's on a bus, rather a train, and I think it was she reads a poem and she realizes, hey, you know what? This single life ain't so bad. And so this poem made her come to a realization. It's late. It's now 4:31 and 35 seconds. Don't know why you need seconds. That's not important. She comes to a realization. Can't speak. That this is, it's fine. So the second poem I picked was The Secret of Poetry. And it gives you, or me, us, a tip. And it says, the first sentence really, the second Chinese, I don't know what happened to the first one. The second Chinese said, all that you need to find poetry is to look for it with a lantern. And you can read on and you find out that it's, the Forbidden Forest in Harry Potter and how it's just always this like dark, scary, spooky, misty, place, that's sort of how I'm imagining this person depicts poetry. You know, if you just go in, I don't want to say blind, but just go in without much background, you're going to have a tough time getting around. Haha. So that's why you need your little lantern. Oh, thank you, iOS 7, that I can now just swipe up and go, whoo! Well, that's cool. So you need this little lantern, because if you don't have it, you won't be able to see anything. So, you know, Lumos. Harry Potter, I do magic. Oh, la, la. In conclusion, humor's good because everyone loves humor. I should say humor and or sex. Because it's interesting. Whatever. And then if it makes you realize, poetry that is, makes you realize something, or makes you see something in a different light, or it gives you tips on how to do something, then I think that's a pretty important thing as well. Because to read something just to read something, in my opinion, could almost be a waste of time. But if you get something out of it that will more or less, it could even be less, but change your life in a way, then I think it's worth it. I'm going to leave it there because I still need to do the Storify, and then shower, and class is in less than 6 hours. Who sleeps anymore? I don't. Let's. Siri, who sleeps anymore anyway?
Interesting question, President Smith.
Yeah, I know it's interesting. I'm an interesting person. Good night. Sleep tight. If you have bed bugs, keep them at your place because I don't want them. Bye!